What is up, everybody? Okay, it's a bit more Luvia shenanigans, and then we will move on with Lostbelt 5 because we gotta beat it at some point. Man, I hate this though. Every time we have a good stage or we're like having fun and can, you know, do stuff, it's like you want to be able to do it later, right? Like, hey, if we want to use chance units later, we could use this stage or some other stage, you know, mess around. But there's no story replay, so we can't do that. Fuck me, dude. Alright. Let's do our FP summon. Oh yeah, I recorded the solo with Panda Lancer and all that. Went fine. Didn't really get crit very much, but, you know, we removed the boss's crit buff, so you can only get so much out of the healing. Alright, I guess what we gotta do to be fair, people haven't logged in really recently. We'll remove them, that way other people can send invites and, you know, blah 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 blah. There's no way we're getting to everybody today, but hopefully we can get to a few good ones. Actually, I would like to use Crazy Eyes here, hopefully someone will have her. So we already used his. I'd rather not go to terms of service jail there. And some stuff I'm just gonna remove because we've already done it or whatnot. I'm just trying to get as many people in as possible so we have options. And some of these people we've already used their stuff. Yeah, these are probably close enough. We already did Emiya. Okay, let's see if... Did I need to remove anyone from here? Not good enough for now. My god, my friends list is insane! Alright, well we'll do one from people that are already on our list, and then we'll let the friends list update. Alright, we said we'd do Taiga, and literally top of the list, so only fair. Definitely anniversary blonde for her. Sadly, this is not a jungle. This is a beach. Yeah, I used Gilius yesterday, and actually it went better than I thought. He actually got pretty far, and he actually might be able to win if he gets really, and I mean really lucky. Because we did it one time and we actually did get rather lucky. Yeah, I don't know why they gave her a 10-turn cooldown, but maybe she'll get buffed at some point. You know, she's actually someone that could use cooldown reduction on her NP. That'd actually be fair for once. I actually won't get my NP if I just do the quick, I think. Although, no, her hit count's pretty high, but I'm gonna be careful and do this. I want to ensure we get it. Besides, it's more crit stars. Oh, never mind. It's really good I did that because her quick is only 2 hit. I thought it was 3. So actually giving the art first card bonus to the Buster card was actually a pretty big deal there. Alright, well, the boss has defense up. Do we have a defense removal command code? Of course not. That's a problem. She's very bursty. I don't think I can wait 2 turns. I think we have to reset, because that's gonna There's no way for her to get around that. Like, that's just so bad for her, because she's got to put all of her eggs in the one basket there. Yeah, people that got really low hit counts on their quick, and then high hit count on their buster, that can happen. I had to test it though. It actually wouldn't shock me if it's like Scath and everyone's assuming ABB is better, but it's actually ABQ that's best. That happens all the time, or is tied. So she might be just like Scath. Because Buster cards, even when they have the art card, first card bonus, do not benefit from being in third place. Let's see, let me look at Taiga's hit counts. I want to know. Man, she was released a long time ago now. Yeah, I actually bet her best is Art Buster Quick because her hit count on Buster is 4, not 5. But it might be also like Scath where it depends on like which one has the higher crit rate and that kind of thing. But Buster in second place is definitely better than Quick, like no question. And that's the same for Scath too. And good opening hand. Alright, come on. Give me Starjin. Well, I think what we do is Scath card last, so we get more stars. So if I can crit next turn, that's really good. Alright, don't cast your stupid defense up. Not on turn 1 anyway, you can do it later. Alright. I think I do the Star Bomb. I'd love to crit twice, but 50-70 is not good enough. Okay, so the Gilgamesh one is 20% and the Ishtar one is 25%. It's just the Ishtar one only works if you crit, but we're guaranteed to crit. But the Gilgamesh one has the faux pause, and I suspect that's going to end up being better than the 5%, so we'll do it this way. Give him the claw. That was like 120,000. Yeah, 122. Pretty awesome for neutral. God damn. Chat, she just did better than Charlotte did in one turn. Like, Charlotte's whole run didn't do as much as Taiga just did in one turn. And how it be. I'm not... Oh, man, I just realized how bad... Well, no, she'll fuck us up, and then Guts next turn is fine anyway. Alright. I was thinking our survivability was gonna get scuffed because of Guts with the NP coming up, but it should be alright. Can I get, like, 2 lucky crits? Well, one of them wouldn't be lucky, but damn. I should have done an NP gain combo. Never mind, I knew. This was totally calculated. Alright, actually, this is way better than I thought that she would do. Although I guess she is crazy upgraded, but still, pretty solid. If she had crit there, she might actually win next turn. If one of those Buster cards did crit, I think she might have been able to win. I think it is possible for her to beat this. I don't think her win rate's going to be great. I don't think it'd even be 50%. It'd probably be like 25 at best, maybe even lower. But she can do it, I think. Alright, this is our last turn, so just do as much damage as possible. I mean, Gwaine on NA is exactly the same as Gwaine on JP. And we already did it with Gwaine on JP. And no one even put Gwen up until like the end of the stream yesterday. Yeah, if she had the anti-divinity, she would definitely win. Like, that would absolutely make 56k difference. And for being a 3-star, I think that's pretty good. Yeah, the crit luck wasn't great. And if she'd crit like, you know, one time or 2 times throughout the run, probably would have been a win. So definitely doable. Probably, I'm not sure, but she might actually have a better win rate than Baldy there. Alright, we got Lee. Some of these people I'm going to have to nuke just to be fair, because we want to try to get, you know, other people in here. Alright, let's see. Got Karna. That's kind of interesting, because AoE, but has Divinity. I actually might do that first. Got Melt. It's pretty interesting. Sheba. That's just mean. We might do that. You know what? Okay, we'll do Karna and we'll do Sheba, and we'll do for 2 very different reasons. Can we get a Sheba buff? Can that happen? Well, I guess Sheba's up first. Oh my god. We don't have good command codes, so that's the thing. I guess default. Oh boy. Yeah, I'm sure Quetz could do this too. Ozzy did it, and when they don't have their buffs, they're pretty comparable. I don't really expect anyone to use a bunch of respec items on Sheba. No offense, but she's not exactly worth it unless you're sitting on, like, you know, 100 of them. I actually might need to do that art card. Nah, we'll get lucky. That's totally gonna happen. Putting Scath last because I want the stars. And the boss did defense up already. Fantastic. And I know we do not have defense removal. Damn. No luck with the crits. Scath got it though. Guys, we can put heal down on the boss. So we'll be okay. Because this boss heals so much. I really don't want to star bomb right now because the boss has the defense buff. But I can't not use my skills either. I guess I do this because we're probably never gonna have a better chance to crit anyway. I'd like to point out it's a crime that back in 1.0 we never got an event with David, Romani, and Sheba like being the main cast. That would have been great. Oh, we got that attack down though. I might buy his turn, maybe. 96%, okay, great. Now the boss is gonna NP us and we're gonna overcharge unbelievably hard. I guess I make stars. This will totally result in a crit next turn, right guys? The dream is I NP next turn and loop, and then I get to live one more turn, and then I NP one more time. That's like the best we're gonna get. Get extra heal down with the overcharge. That'll do it. That'll show up, you know, Paul. Actually, we are gonna get the overcharge because I'm gonna art chain. All right, we just art crit. Come on, art crit. We're trying to get our best performance, and if we loop here and don't die this turn, that's about as good as it's gonna get. We get double attack down, so I feel like we're pretty safe on not dying here. As long as she doesn't, like, bust her crit. Some triple attack or something. Good. Come on. Yes! Easy loop. No defense buff, no double buster crit. Alright, I think we're safe. That was a lot closer than I thought. If that had been a buster, it actually probably would have killed us. Alright, final turn, so I think we buster Art Buster. This is pretty much the best run she's gonna get. The only way this would have been better is if we had the defense removal command code. I would say this would be a good performance if she was an AoE caster. You know, like an like Nuked, you know how she's AoE neutral, 4-star, then I'd say this is good. But because she's actually single target and she's level 100 and I think she's 2k foed, I mean, it could be worse. It could definitely be worse. Could also be better, because I think a lot of units that upgraded that are single target and are at least 4 stars and are that high of an NP rank will win, right? Most of them win. But she did get a good bit past halfway. Yeah, that's true. She could have done better because we could have looped on that first one and then NP'd and then gotten the NP back from Luvia NPing us. So she actually could potentially do better than that. It'd be very unlikely though because we did crit a lot there at the end. It'd be hard to... I think if we kept doing that fight, I think on average she'd actually do worse than what we just saw. Like, I think that was actually above average. I don't think it was peak. I don't think it was absolute peak. But I definitely think it was in the higher half, if that makes sense. It's always hard to say with Karna, but we'll go Anniversary Blonde. The idea is to double NP, and on the second NP, we want to have our crit up, the Mystic Code buff, and all that kind of stuff. That's the goal. That's where we're going to get our best value. I changed my mind and decided to save foes for Ibuki because she gets more out of gold foes. Feels bad. Betraying the Shiba. The only units that I generally won't upgrade, like if I really like a unit, I'm going to upgrade them. The only exception generally is if they are like a hard support, like, you know, Scatty or something. Scatty's not my favorite character, but if she was, I would not grail her. And then sometimes it's 5 stars because they're so good out of the box anyway. But if they're like my absolute favorite, like, you know, Gilgamesh, I'm gonna do it. Shiba betrayed herself. Oof. Oh, double buster though. Quick chain. I guess I'll do the double buster. If it was only 1, I would skip it, but 2 is probably good enough. Yeah, 14k. And there's the defense up again. Please tell me Degen gave Karna a defense removal command code. He might, because we only see 3 cards. I think if he did, though, he would have done it on Buster, so I think we might be fucked here. Don't need to put the art card last. Do the classic here. I have no removers, feels bad. It's a pretty big value hit. That animation is so good! I'm trying to think if I really get anything out of NP sealing him. I don't really lose anything as long as she doesn't just get me down to like 1 health right now. Really, I probably should have done it earlier. What's the play? I guess I BBB, and then we just hope for the best. We need to get our second NP while the boss still has Buster Resist down. That's the trick here. But we've got our battery. Luvia's got a high hit count. I think Merlin might come off cooldown next turn. Actually, it's probably the turn after. Damn. Yeah, we didn't use it on turn 1. We used it on turn 2. I like that crit, though. We can win. If we can line this up right, we can win. She just triple busted. Thanks, game. Remember I said about her not getting down to like 1 HP in 1 turn? Remember when I said that? That might have screwed us right there. We have to get our NP right now. I don't think it's gonna happen because if the boss didn't do so much damage, she would hit me a bunch and I could get it. Okay, fuck this game. She busted 4 times in a row. Like that's just stupid. And it's not about the damage, that doesn't help, but it's because she busted 4 times. It's only 4 hit count. She used like 4 hit count over 4 actions, right? That's so little NP. Where if she literally had done like 1 art or 1 quick during any of that, we would have gotten our NP there. Funnily enough, we might have still won if we hadn't also had Guts go off, like either way. Like we needed to either get our NP right there or we needed to not have Guts go off. But, you know, we were so low, it was always going to go off, that's why I cast it. I hate having to reset a million times and having to wait 10 seconds every reset, and it's stupid that it takes this many tries. And I think the only reason I just got Degen again is because he just logged in. Because he logged in a few minutes ago, but if he didn't log in again, I don't think we would have gotten him. We would have been sitting there resetting for like 30 minutes because this fucking game. Thankfully, Degen got that though. Yeah, he's got so much health. That was pretty crappy that we got so wrecked there. Like quick change, I can even use Karna, and I want to save Merlin's command code. Yeah, I think it's worth it to save it. It's gonna really suck if I don't get any NP gain next turn, but Merlin can remove a lot of RNG later. Hey, she did that again! Big surprise! Imagine if she cast that twice in 1 turn. That would be so bad. Scath just died like 5 times over. The nice thing about this is the boss can't quick charge into NP. Nice safety net. Now, because of those crit chances, I'm kind of tempted to not... I think you got a BBB though, you need the value. But crits. But what if they don't crit? Okay, now we'll stick with the BBB. Karna is so cool, dude. Such a good NP. Lucky crit, lucky crit! Yeah, that's the cool animation. Throwing NPs at him. Alright, none of that buster spam crap. Oh look, a buster. Are you kidding me? It's not even Karna being bad, he's just getting just unbelievably bad luck. Holy shit, I got you buster crit and an art crit. Didn't even have her crit up, by the way. She had her attack up though, so it did more damage. Like, Karna's got 17,000 health. The odds of him getting 1 turned here are really low. Now we gotta do this song and dance again. Oh yeah, we got that, Super Saber Alter there. Well, Karna is dead. He got crit so hard, he got deleted from the friends list. Did we ever use that beastly unit? I don't think we did. Quite sure she can do it. Like, if she didn't do it, I would just be so surprised. She's just so busted. It's like rarer that she can't solo something than can. You did on JP? That doesn't surprise me. Yep, Dijin's dead. I just relogged Papega. Yeah, what are you gonna do? Just keep relogging, it'll work eventually. Look at that Calamity Jane looking so happy when the player base has completely forgot that she exists. Beowulf there, good craft essence. Look at this. How many times have I reset? And it's dumb because Karna's only dying because we're just getting this insanely bad luck. I'm losing my mind. This game, dude. And people get mad at me when I remove people from my friends list, right? Like this happens and then people get mad at me for removing people from my friends list. It's like, get a grip. Dude, I mean, look, I've been resetting non-stop, you know, for like 2 or 3 minutes now. Nothing, not even once. Good God, dude. Like, how is that reasonable? The game fears Karna. I mean, I would too. That's a scene that was just so not done well in the adaptation of the anime, is when Amakusa's having to explain himself to Karna. He's like scared like to death in the book. He's acting calm on the outside, but on the inside he's aware that if he so much as says like the slightest wrong thing, you know, Karna knows when people are lying and stuff and he'll die because Karna can end him with a thought. But none of that's in the anime. He's trying to act confident on the outside, but you know, he's aware how he is absolutely at Karna's mercy there. But the anime just makes it look like, oh man, Amakusa, big bad guy. And I think I have to reset now because we somehow got I think Scat took 4 cards, and in the first turn we only got 1 card. So even though we only need 10 NP gain, I didn't get it. Karna is getting the worst luck I think anyone's gotten so far. This is ridiculous. And he needs, I think his win rate will be just fine. It's just he's getting shafted so hard right now. Hey, it didn't take 5 minutes to summon 1 fucking person. Yeah, I really wish you could favorite a couple of people. They said they were thinking about doing that. But they said that a while ago, and they implemented some other stuff for the friends list instead, so I don't think they're gonna do it. I could use Merlin right now, and then I don't have to worry about it. The thing is, it's really good to not use Merlin. Like, it's really good. And the odds of you getting enough NP gain are very high. I mean, the deck is only 10 cards when George dies, and you get 5 out of 10, so your odds are really good. And he only needs 5 NP gain. Oh my god. I don't think it depends. If I have like over 0.5% in decibels, if I do the quick chain, I'll get my NP. But this is where I wish you could see decibels. Because if we're like 74.6 or 74.7, that means it'll round up when I do quick. Okay, you know what? I don't normally cheat like this, but I'm gonna cheat because I don't want to keep resetting. I'm gonna look. I want to know what the decibels are here, because I think we're gonna go to 98, so it won't work. But I want to see. I guess we could crit, and then we'll never know. Oh shit, he got it. So there were decibels there. Okay, so we'll round up. We're good. Alright, I need to... She fucking did everything I didn't want her to do. She's got attack up, defense up, and crit up. So we're gonna... She's done that every single time, by the way. Like, we've done this 3 times now. And not once have we done this where she doesn't have defense up on this turn. Not once. And this is even worse, actually, because she's got the, crit up with the attack up, so we could get one shot here. I'm getting so sick of this RNG, dude. And I've done this fight so many times now. This is not even remotely likely, right? This is not the average of how Luvia goes. Okay, I like the crits though. Yeah, although Luvia's more buffed there than normal, we had a higher crit chance there than normal. She has double crit buff. Oh boy, that could have gone really bad. Okay. We should be good. Make as many stars as possible. Okay, we should get our NP here no matter what. Unless she like busters, crits. Alright, we're good. She didn't even proc guts, but I think on average she probably would have. We didn't even need the battery that time. Sadly, I think to win this, you actually have to have her not kill you there, or like just happened, and then you don't cast guts until this turn. I think that's the only way you win. This will do a lot of damage, but I don't think it's gonna do enough. Maybe if we double crit. Unfortunately, the crit spread could have been better. But yeah, I think the only way he beats this is if you don't cast guts, and then you don't need it that turn, and then you cast it here. I think that's the only way that you win. We'll see, maybe I'm underestimating his damage. That's a lot of damage, but no way that's enough. Damn it, he didn't crit with the 80%. And we had crit up. So if that had crit, and then we had waited to cast guts until this turn, it would still be really close. But I think he might be able to do it, but it would be really close. And most of the units we've been using for this, they've gotten pretty bad luck with the star spread. Like they'll have like 40 stars and it just goes terribly. Even if we had crit there though, we would not have won. Like even on the next turn, it'd have been really pushing it. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, let's remove a few people so we got more room for others. Look at that level 81. Let's see. I think there was a... I think Blaze is one that we added. I think the combo was... I don't remember having that on my list. The thing is, when you have this many, it's like, it doesn't even matter that much when you remove people because it's so over the limit that it's more about like who's logged in the last like 2 hours more so than anything else. Okay, I think those are the ones we added though. Alright, we got Parvati. That's a really good one, and has the defense removal command code. That's rare. What else we got here? Definitely not doing Landling, no offense. It's just he's one, we've already done it, and two, it's just way too slow. Got Gorgon, that's kind of interesting. We already did Gilgamesh. Blackbeard. We might do that one just because that's a rare sight. George. Oh man, I actually am kind of curious how far. Okay, you know, I want to see how far he can get. We'll add one more. That way we have like two that we're looking for because the support list is trash. That's not happening. Alright, we'll do those two. See which one we get. Oh, there we go. What for Blackbeard? Atlas is pretty easy for him to get his second skill back. Yeah, I'll try it. He basically has to get everything back though. And he would have to have not gotten it back normally. He's only got 13,000 health, oh boy. I'm guessing we're not. Oh, we are 2K FO'd. Yeah, I guess 2-star life. Jeez. Yeah, no Blackbeard animation update yet. I actually like those old NP better though. In terms of choreography anyway. Not exactly in terms of like sprite quality and that kind of thing. Well, I guess I just take the chain. His NP gain is kind of bad anyway. This way I don't have to worry about it. Yeah, he's got more than enough. You only need 10% over the 2 turns, which is very little. I like how now she didn't cast the defense buff. I got the command code right there. So if she had cast it, I could have gotten rid of it and then not had to put that card in the front next turn in case she casts it now. Why couldn't Karna? Oh shit, Karna probably would have won actually if we did crit that one crit and then we didn't have that defense up thing. I forgot about that. That definitely hurt his value. Blackbeard getting the good RNG though. Blackbeard's RNG in this run is already so much better than Karna's over all of those runs we did. Let's see if he can impress me. I want to see at least 60k, which is probably not gonna happen, but actually he 65k. All right, there we go. Blackbeard showing up. That's impressive. I've been seeing a lot of the AoEs, right? And they've been 50k-ish, quite a bit. And I wanted him to at least do that much because he had the command code, so might as well do this. What do we do here? Just Buster Art. Shame I didn't have the heal boost up when I did my heal there. Could potentially buy you a turn. It might stop Guts from going off this turn. It probably would have. She barely got that. So yeah, if we had hit the heal boost for our heal, I think we would have lived right there. Well, Atlas is wrong. There's no way it's gonna sync up. Like in a useful way. It will get us our first skill back when we wouldn't have had it otherwise, but that's it. Yeah, I don't see why Kiara's wouldn't, because it's not technically the counterclass bonus. Kind of a fun way to circumvent the gimmick there. This isn't really a stage though that you want to circumvent the gimmick because you're not really doing anything at that point because the fight's not hard enough to be like, oh man, I can do this real easy now, right? Like the whole point of it is you can kind of test stuff because of the gimmick. However, if they did like a challenge mode version of this stage, right? If they let you like fight both health bars or something, like if you had a challenge mode on, you know, story replay, then it would be pretty useful. Because that would be a lot harder. Because their second health bar is even bigger. It's displayed as if it was an advantage. That's kind of weird. Because in terms of like how it works mechanically, that's not like what it reads as. I guess it's just to remind people. Man, yeah, Atlas didn't really do anything. Yeah, Blackbeard actually did pretty damn good for being an AoE 2-star. Like, if he was single target, actually, I think he would have won, potentially. He might have, not maybe on this run, but on a luckier run, if he was single target, that'd probably make up the damage difference. Also, I think default will be better. I might give him another go with default and see how he does. I actually wish you could turn your third passive off once you buy it, because there are times where, like, if you're wanting to test something, but unfortunately it's just permanent and you can't do anything about it. Be cool if you could turn 2K foes off if you wanted to as well, stuff like that. Well, he only did better than Karna because Karna got horrible luck and Blackbeard did not. And Karna definitely can beat that. Like, Karna had to deal with the defense up every single time, Blackbeard didn't. Blackbeard got really good cards at the beginning and everything. Like, that wouldn't... Blackbeard's luck was significantly better than Karna's. This run's not as lucky so far. Not too bad though, at least we got that. Yeah, honestly, it'd be cool if you could, once you've leveled a unit, if you want to just like turn them down, you could. That way you don't have to level them twice and stuff. That'd be nice. Most people wouldn't even think of using that though, like, so like, why would you add that? But it would be cool. We're not gonna have any stars here, but oh well. Let me think. If I can get my first skill back. Now I should do the attack up here because I got the attack up from this still. Yeah, we do it here. It's just potentially later I could have more stars. Really does suck not doing heal boost there, but I just gotta do the damage. Actually, it might be a mistake though. It might be better to give up the damage if it means you live an extra turn, but I mean, that's really cool. Oh, we're fucked. We are so fucked. I'm gonna have to, I took so much damage there, I think I have to use both heals without the heal boost. It's either that or I evade now. I could maybe heal now and then let Guts go off for the NP. Yeah, I'll try that. That's risky as fuck, but it's just too much value lost if I don't. 50% crit would be really nice here. There we go. Oh, we got the art crit too. So what I need is her not to kill me here. That's why I did what I just did. So I need this 10k to survive, and I need Guts to go off next turn, and then I want to recast Guts. I'll get my NP no matter what, so I'll make stars. That was such. Wait, hold on. We gotta get the right music here. No, you stupid ruler bitch! Just double crit, why don't you? My value. Well, we got the music though. Man, that sucks. That means like the value from default didn't really do anything. Normally it would though. I'd say way more times than not we would get one more turn than we're seeing here. Cause yeah, normally I'd be able to cast Guts right now and I could live another turn. Still, that's pretty impressive for a 2-star. Yeah, we probably would have gotten to like 70k on a good run there. Not bad. If he could win, his win rate would be like 5%, because you'd have to crit so much. That's how you would win, is just critting all of the time. And like that, the odds of that, critting enough would be really bad. But he is surprisingly close. So NP gain is everything here. Unfortunately, our command codes are dog shit and won't help us at all. Okay, we'll go back to the other music, so we don't have Blackbeard anymore. Oh, chat's on the screen? Here, I can fix that. It's because I was recording something and people actually talk in my chat when I'm not streaming and it shows up in my videos. It's fucked up. It's actually pretty funny though. Okay, the wrong George got 3 cards, by the way. Gonna switch those Georges around. That'd have been a hell of a lot better because I need to get my NP. That's actually really, really bad. For him to get a good run, he's got to get NP on these first 2 turns. He's got 2 art cards. Well, at least we got the attack removal command code. That helps. It's on the wrong card, though. To be on an art card. Especially because one of our art card command codes doesn't do anything. Oh wait, we do have one on the art card. Wait, am I crazy? How did my brain see that on the quick card? What the fuck? That's weird. Getting old, but yeah, this doesn't do anything. The only crit damage skill in this fight only lasts 1 turn, so you can never use this. Oh, good. We got actually these 2 are good. These 2 are good. This is useless, and the quick ones are useless. But the other 2 are good enough that I'll take it. When do I cast Guts? I'll cast it next turn, I think. Oh, I wish we had gotten NP gain on that first hand. Because we'd be guaranteed to get our NP right now. We're not right now, we're rolling the dice if we get it or not. And it's really important that we get it. Woo! That actually sucks that she quick charged though. I wish she would NP next turn. Because then I could NP and get my double defense buff and have it not go to waste. But now it's gonna go to waste. That sucks. Damn, I don't think I should have done my first skill then. Well, hopefully we loop. His defense buff from his NP is 20%. 40% on his first skill. So it's 60%. And then because of his craft essence, it's 75%. And if they were male, you could have the other one, and it would be 80%, which is getting absolutely ridiculous. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Damn! Oh, if we had looped there. And now we're just gonna overcharge. I guess I quick. See if we get lucky next turn, and then who knows, maybe the BB slot machine does the heal, or the 5 stars, either one's good. Just not the deep buff resistance. Oh god. Hey, she did it again. Son of a bitch. Not the best run for George. I want to do the Buster, but I gotta do the art. I only want to do the Buster because of the command code, but I need to do the art chain. Now he should have 90%. I'm pretty sure because he's 40, 20, and then you get 30 from the anti-mail, so it's 90. However, there's ways you could get to 100% though, like with other units, or I think his overcharge will make the defense up bigger. Let me check. I'm almost positive it does, but it could be crazy. Also, you only get the NP defense buff for 1 turn, so. George is the second rider in the game. Yeah, you'd have to overcharge twice though. If you overcharged once, you'd go to 95. So you'd have to overcharge twice, then you get to 100, which that'd be pretty hard to do. Although you could give him, and I was gonna say you give him the Amakusa CE that boosts your overcharge twice, but then you'd lose the anti-mail defense buff. So it wouldn't work. Makes them more dragon, yeah. So, what would be best for George here is heal boost. Like heal boost instead of this. Because his heal boost, I've already healed twice, right? And I could have heal boosted it both times, so I'd be about full health right now. Also, if he'd gotten better luck with like her not quick charging, and whatnot, we really could we could have also looped that one time. Like, a lot of things could be going better. So whatever his end performance is here, he could definitely do a good bit better. Well, this turn's gonna go badly. She is double dragon, by the way. It's so lame that George doesn't get anti-dragon damage because he does lore-wise. He actually has 2 things that do it lore-wise. George has 4 noble phantasms, like canonically. Wow, she didn't kill us with her NP. You would need that. See, right there, we would need guts not to go off. Which would definitely have been possible, if things earlier had gone a bit better. So he could get, I don't think he'd win, but he could get a bit farther than this. He might be able to win though if the boss was male. That extra defense up might actually do it. Could do Leo there. Why the that one? I wonder. I think it would be better for Leonidas would be either NP gain or the bigger defense up. Like, he gets nothing out of this CE, really. Like, he doesn't need 10% card effectiveness. What does he want? Atlas or default? I'm thinking default. That's close, though. I hope he has attack removal command code. He does not. That sucks. Because Luvia's attack up is a big problem for him. Best NP animation in the game. It's literally his skill animation, which is just like his arm moving up and then going back. It's like, it's so bad. Oh, good opening hand though. I like that. Yeah, that's his NP, right? That we just did our NP with same animation. I'm not memeing. Defense up is not always bad on Leo. It can be good. It's not normally his first pick. Normally it's like NP gain or something like that, but it can be good. Especially against males. That's normally when it's worth doing, is if it's a male boss. Because the 30% defense up can be enough to matter. Especially if you've got like really good command codes and so on and so forth. But yeah, normally like it's either NP gain or damage cut. I think the best one I've seen is that it's one of the good event ones. It gives him damage cut and NP gain on his CE. And I think it gives him health too. It's really good. Unfortunately, you need to limit break it, and that was a limited time Gasha CE, not an event like the shop one. So it's not really reasonable for people to have it. Oh, we're fucked. Don't have our NP, boss has attack up, crit up, we got nothing. Yeah, we're losing too much health right there. I'm not even sure we evade that. We might actually guts it. Let's see, I could guts that and then heal back. I'll try it. This run's scuffed anyway, so I'm gonna try something wacky. Try to get to 200%. Maybe I should have done my first skill. Yeah, I think I should have done my first skill there. He would have definitely gotten 200% with his first skill up, because it affected... Oh man, because we almost got it anyway. Yeah, this ain't happening. He'll get an AU the last week of the game. That'd be pretty disappointing. I honestly can't believe he hasn't gotten one. Like, I don't understand. With the Babylonia anime and everything, it makes absolutely no sense. Yeah, it's been like 2 years. I think it's actually been longer since his episode aired, because, you know, he dies in like episode 7 or something. And that was pretty, you know, early on into its release schedule, so... It'd been quite a while. And I'm glad Ushi finally got one, and it was dumb that she had to wait that long, but it's kind of lame that Ushi's got it now, and Leonidas doesn't. And now I can't summon Leonidas anymore, because this game. Oh my god. Alright, I'm gonna add someone else, and you know, whenever look for more than one person at a time. That way, like, this is just stupid. I'm so tired of just sitting there refreshing for that long. Ridiculous. That's probably not the one we want either. That's okay, but the good one is probably the banquet one or whatever the fuck it's called. Like, that one would be good if it was limit broken, but if it's not limit broken, it's not enough NP gain to matter that much. I mean, it's okay, but I think the banquet one is definitely the way to go. All these melts. Asclepius. That's not gonna happen. He'll do like 100k maybe. doesn't even give himself guts, unfortunately. If he gave himself guts, he might actually do alright. He's not gonna win or anything, but I don't think he'd embarrass himself, but he'll die so fast. I think we'll do Parvati here. Almost none of these I want to use, to be honest. Yeah, there we go. That thing is quite good when it's limit broken. Pretty split on Atlas or default, because Atlas means you get your first kill back sooner, and that can be really, really good. So the problem with this is, I really think the boss would need to be an archer for this to work, and it's because she was, at some point, the longer the fight goes, the more likely you're going to have some stupid turn where Luvia like triple busters, and then you don't get any NP gain, and then you just lose. If the boss was an archer, you could kill the boss soon enough before that would really catch up with you, but it's going to just take way too long for Leo to do this. So I think theoretically he can probably solo it, but it would take so much RNG. The more turns it goes, the more RNG there's going to be. Because if I remember correctly, Tristan, although is not technically an archer there because of the gimmick, so you're not getting the benefits of being a lancer, his buster has a higher hit count, I think. Let me check. Also, I think he just has higher hit counts, period. Yeah, he's 4-3-5. Where I think Luvia's like 3-3-1 or something like that. Let me look. She might be 4-3-1 or something like that, but she's definitely not as good as Tristan there. Yeah, Tristan just doesn't have any cards that are... Yeah, she's 3-4-1. So, although, like, if she does a lot of art and quick, it's fine, but every time she's busters, it's bad. Where there's no card from Tristan that's bad. Like, the worst one is his art, because it's only 3, but his worst one is 3, where her worst one is 1, right? That's really bad. There's many Leonidas versus Tristan videos out there. That's been a thing since before NA even existed, for God's sakes. I'm pretty sure when Camelot like first released on the JP server, people realized that Leonidas could solo it because really it kind of happened naturally if you were like a free-to-play and you didn't know what Tristan's gimmick was, and you probably wouldn't back then because a lot of people, if they're free-to-play, would probably have Leonidas leveled and they brought him just because of that, and then even if you don't beat it because you probably weren't soloing, you'd probably see how ridiculous Leonidas was and you'd be like, I wonder if he could just loop that. And then yes, he can just loop that. There's a few other bosses out there where their hit counts are consistently so high that he can do that. Tristan is just crazy because he has no card that has a low hit count, where a lot of units out there, they have like that one that's high. If there ever was like a Gil fight that was kind of like that, you could do it against Gil, because Gil I think has 5 hit count on everything, so that'd be even easier actually. Well, we're at 90%. Feels bad. I want my damage cut just so I don't explode. Guess I make stars then. I can remove her attack buff though, that's good. Alright, Luvia, please just throw this turn. Just do something really stupid. You know, if you would have like... Oh my god, that stupid fucking command code. It's got, I keep forgetting it's got that baby heal on it, so it keeps running our heal boost. The AI doesn't do their buffs for servants, so Camelot Tristan doesn't have any damage up. He's just a berserker, essentially. At least to an archer, or a lancer. Pretty sure like Shielder doesn't take the bonus damage, which is like a Berserker as well. I think there's probably some other like all the weird extra classes now. There's probably something else that doesn't as well. Well, this is worse than last time. Let's see. Quick Chain is a little tempting, but ultimately critting next turn is not actually that important. It would be important if I was NPing next turn, but I'm not. Yeah, Siegfried is one of the few AI that has their buff, and he literally gets it when you break his health bar. It's kind of funny. That's not something they generally do. And that was a long time ago. Like, CCC was a crazy long time ago, and since then they've had a few challenge quests or, you know, nodes or whatever where the enemies do have their buffs now, but it's still pretty rare. They're normally just their default stuff. Don't bust her, don't bust her, don't bust her. Okay, it's not too bad. Alrighty. I think we have to do the boring play here. So lame doing that, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. The second NP is really important. But see, against a male boss, like right here, you'll already take almost no damage. And then on the second NP, you'll take no damage, which is really good. But you can't really do that against female bosses. Unfortunate timing with her NP there. I actually think we NP anyway because the hit count is so high and all that. I'm hoping we loop here. Yeah, I think we're gonna loop, chat. I think... Okay, now I'm hoping we get to 200%, which actually might happen. Come on. Give me the goods. I bet you this stage for Leonidas will look cool with an animation update, because right now the flame looks pretty dumb because of the bad particle effects, but they'll probably make it better. I actually hope they don't use a particle effect, though. I hope they do what they did with Gwen's aura, and they just draw, you know, several frames of, like, the plume. I think that would look so much better. The reason they might not is because some of Gwen's flame effects, I think they were willing to draw, because one, I guess they just wanted to do something new, because they've basically never drawn those kind of effects before. But because a lot of Gwen's were stationary, right? So, like, they don't have to draw it in motion. And a lot of his flame effects where he is in motion are 3D. And because Leonidas sits on his base model and just, you know, anytime he moves around, jumps forward, jumps in, they'd potentially have to redraw it. It'd look way better. Like, imagine if he, like, you know, dashed forward, you know, you could actually draw, like, that kind of effect, you know, with it. That would look awesome, but that's a lot more work, so I bet you they won't. But we'll see. That's assuming he ever gets an animation update, by the way. Yeah, we did get to 200%. Ugh, those buster crits are so, yeah, this is just, there's no way this is gonna work. It's way too slow. And even if it did work, it would take so long, it'd be so boring. Like, she'd have to have a hit count more like Tristan, because then you could incorporate some damage, but she don't. Oh yeah, she also has Divinity. That's actually really bad, because it does add up. It really does. You might not think so, but Divinity actually is way worse on enemies than it is on us, because our health is so much lower than theirs. It's the same flat damage, but our health is so much lower than the boss that Divinity is actually pretty nasty when it hits us. It's like a free dot, essentially. Yeah, I think her Divinity would actually outpace our heal. Yeah, it absolutely would over time, so there's no way. And we didn't loop there, unfortunately. Well, might as well do some damage then. Yeah, she cast a skill. She didn't attack as much. It's so cool though doing that damage right there. It's a shame that when you're in harder fights like this, it's hard to mix it in. If they're archers, you can do it because their damage is already halved. I think we're donezo. I actually think there's no point in going for a loop right now. So I think Atlas will probably be better for him in this fight. I don't know though, that divinity is a real problem. It doesn't make it past the halfway point though. Yeah, I think the fire being drawn would be awesome for him. Damn. I was hoping I'd get one more turn and then Guts would go off on the NP. Because then our first skill comes back and now we can actually loop again. Well, Blaze of Glory. I actually kind of wonder if you go more damagey here just because it's so hard to get the loop going. It is technically possible though, if the boss just always did her high hit count, and you got like, if you what you need is you need to crit on the turns that you don't have your NP gain buff. If you do that, you can probably do it. But the win rate would be just terrible. Like we're looking at 5%, if that. But probably doable. Actually, Leonidas can be a better DPS than Charlotte, especially with his buff on JP with the attack up. Like, Charlotte is really not that great. Like, if they're both at neutral, it's really not hard for Leonidas to match her damage. Like, it depends on the team. Like, that's gonna depend, right? Like, if you're doing stuff like Mozart with Charlotte, right, and then she can do pretty well. But if you're doing stuff like more bustery and whatnot, then Leonidas can do pretty well. And because the thing about Leonidas is if you're actually supporting him and making sure he doesn't die, he is making a bunch of stars pretty consistently with his NP, and he's got the buster up and the attack up and the better stat spread and damage mod and all that. And because he can live longer, he'll have more turns to do damage in the first place. But ultimately, it's like, if you're fighting a Rider, Charlotte's going to do more damage, and if you're fighting an Archer, then Leonidas is going to do more damage. And that's where you're supposed to use them anyway, so... but at neutral, a lot of it would come down to the team, I think. Oh yeah, she's got other uses, right, beyond that, but overall, I mean, Charlotte's pretty shit. Like, Leonidas is definitely better than she is in overall gameplay. But that's because Leonidas is actually one of the better low stars, and Charlotte is definitely one of the worst ones. Who else? Oh yeah, Parvati, that was the one. We will do Atlas, because her skills are really good. Probably do like 1 or 2 more units, but then we'll probably move on. I do want to, you know, not be stuck here forever. Use assassins versus archers, got it. Yeah, that's where you get the damage. But Charlotte's damage at neutral is pretty bad. I mean, not like Leonidas is throwing out, you know, 100k buster crits or anything, but it is pretty easy for him to outlive her. And technically now, when you're judging them as a DPS, right, you're judging what their damage is. But for what Leonidas is actually practical for is the damage he gives his teammates, really, because he's giving them crit stars, he's giving them attack up, and he's giving them buster up. Yeah, it applies to himself, but, you know, in a practical sense, that's not really... Rarely is that what you care about. Unless you've got, like, 100 Leonidas and, you know, you've got, like, Merlin and, you know, you're doing some stupid shit. I imagine, though, Merlin with Leonidas actually probably is pretty good, because Merlin will make it easier for Leonidas to stay alive because of the team-wide invulnerability, the extra battery, he also gives him the attack up, the crit up, the buster up for the... You know, that's actually pretty legit for a Leonidas setup. I almost want to do her quick up right now, but I think I'll wait. Charlotte's team utility is just having Pierce Invulnerability, really. That's definitely what, like her most unique thing, I would say. Charlotte's main issue, though, really is just her stats. Like, her toolkit isn't bad. It's not. I mean, like, her third skill's a little wonky, and she doesn't have, like, the best survival or anything. But the only reason her survival is kind of noticeably bad is because... It's not the 2-hit evade, it's because she's a 1-star and her health is so low. And then combined with a 2-hit evade instead of 3-hit or a full turn, like, that's the problem. But her toolkit's okay. You know, she's got Pierce Invulnerability, she's got NP up. I think if she gave herself all of her buffs, if she gave herself the art up, the NP up, and the crit up, that would help a lot. I still think she kind of sucked, though, to be honest, because she's a 1-star. But I think if they did that, her skills would be good, right? Her 3 skills would be good if her 3rd skill did all of the buffs at once. And then if she happened to be like a 3-star instead of a 1-star, then I actually think she'd be pretty good. I think she'd be better than Jin K and that kind of stuff. Probably not 100 phase still, but... And that's why it's like, it's okay to buff the shit out of her. That's why it's funny. If you made her 3rd skill do everything, and then she was a 3-star instead of a 1-star, she would still be worse than 100 phase. So it's like, it's completely okay if they want to buff the shit out of her, and it's kind of annoying that they don't, really. Do we have buff removal? We do. Let's see. We don't have the attack removal. That's the one I really want to get rid of, but if we charm, it's actually the defense removal. So I think I'm going to do my Buster, even though, like, I want a quick chain, but I think this is a good time. Let me think. If I charm, I shouldn't do my 2nd skill. So just charm forehead. Yeah, 100 phase is kind of too high of a bar, but, because I always say this, you don't have to be as good as Ushi to be a good, like, 3-star rider. You don't have to be as good, and we didn't land the charm. Okay, now I really wish I cast my 2nd skill. Oh boy, anyway, you don't have to be, you know, as good as Ku to be a good 3-star Lancer, so on and so forth, but my point is, if they're okay with having units like Ku, David, 100 phase Ushi, then surely it's okay if you buff one of the other units to not even be as good as them, right? So it's kind of annoying that a lot of times they just don't buff these units, or when they buff them, they're very tame, right? They don't like rock the boat with the buffs or anything. It's like a Jin K's buff. That was such a boring, safe buff that didn't affect her value very much. And it's like, it would have been completely okay if Jin K had gotten a really big buff like Hohenheim had gotten. You know, that was a pretty big, major, you know, game-changing buff for him. It's okay if you do that for Jin K. It's okay if you do that for Geronimo, you know, Charlotte. Charlotte needs a hell of a buff because she's already behind toolkit-wise. Not by that much. Honestly, not by that much. But she is a bit behind toolkit-wise. But then she's also way behind stat-wise because she's a 1-star. So it's like, it's totally okay if they buff the hell out of her. I'd like them to buff her 3rd skill so it does everything at once. And then probably buff her NP as well. I think those 2 things would be pretty nice. And then the fact that she's a 1-star, you know, if you're a fan of her, you're just going to have to grail her and all that. It just is what it is. That's how it is for 1-stars that are DPS, right? If you like Mozart, you don't have to grail him. He's totally fine. But for 1-star DPS, if you really want to use them and have it, like, matter, you're going to have to grail them. Like, Kojiro is pretty decent now at 60 just because of how bursty and quick he is, and, you know, pretty decent damage for being a 1-star, but it's still no 100 face, and by the time you get, you know, Kojiro to like 10, 10, 10 and whatnot, you're probably going to have a, you know, maybe a 4-star assassin or something. Maybe not necessarily, but it's easy to have had an assassin, you know, that's going to be way better. So for even Kojiro, you kind of need to grail him if you want to get a lot of value out of him. And then Charlotte's just even more extreme. Mozart 1-star DPS, yeah, clearly. Somebody's gonna do it. Thought about doing double quick there, to be honest. And there are some units that have deterrents that I think it's boring when you get rid of their deterrents, and so I root against them doing that and said they should like buff them in somewhere else. but I don't think Charlotte's like that. Like, her third skill's not really even a deterrent, it's just needless randomness, right? Like, it's not an interesting part of her kit. It's not like an interesting drawback, right? Like, Melt's delayed buff was actually an interesting drawback, right? And so I don't like them getting rid of that. I would have just made her, I would make it so playing around the drawback is more worth it. That's what I really like. I like units with deterrents. You just want to make, you want to be able to play around it and like compensate for it, and doing so is worth it. That's what makes fun, like gameplay to me with like team setups. The thing with Charlotte is there's really no team play around it. There's nothing you can do. It's just a dice roll. There's no like buffs you could bring to get rid of it. You know, you can just get the wrong buff, right? Because it's not like buff success chance. It's not one of those. Okay, the boss has her stupid defense up again. Just land the charm this time. Yeah, Serenity's lack of survival would definitely be rough here. Okay, there's the charm. Serenity does have the crit down though, and that is nice here, for sure. It's the NP turn. Huh. I guess I just evade, or invulnerability. Kind of awkward. I would have thought I would have needed to have used my heal by now. It's just not really syncing up that way. I really want to see another Matahari buff, because her first skill buff, it doesn't really sync up with the way you actually are going to use her normally, but it is a very good buff. And so such an awesome way they could make it better is give her a team-wide quick up or a targeted quick up, and now she's the budget quick support that we need. And then now her first skill buff is awesome, and that's like exactly what Quick wants, is a big crit buff like that. So like that would be really cool, because then she's got the defense downs, the skill seal, the charm is a bonus, nothing you need to rely on, and then you get the crit up and like a quick up or something like that. Maybe even a star bomb. That might be pushing it, but like, or stars per turn, or just like a small star bomb, like make 10 stars, something like that. That would be pretty swell. Do I still not use my second skill? I mean, my charm is gonna fail at some point. Only one turn though, but the gain rate's good. Yeah, I think we use it now. It's pretty 50-50 if we charm because of the Goddess Essence. Thankfully, she doesn't have magic resist though. I wouldn't give her a taunt. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense, and you know, that's kind of Chin Gong's thing for low stars. It'd be nice if you know, they give her something unique, and like being a quick support is unique because we don't fucking have one. I think her battery is 20%. Damn it. It's right. It's also got the deterrent, so it's actually, not exactly that. So I need the heal. Let's see. It heals for 3,000. I can just use the Mystic Code then and save it. The thing is, I'm probably... No, I'll do this because of the cooldown. I'm probably never going to get that battery to sync up the way that I want it to. Oh, right. I didn't bring default. I brought Atlas. That makes sense, though. Her 3 skills are also good. It doesn't matter that you don't always want Chin Gong on your team. It's like saying, you know, you don't always want a Stereos on your team, so you should give someone else his gimmick. That doesn't make any sense. And it's one thing when you've like got all your bases covered. It's like, it's okay to have, you know, a few things that are similar, like how you've got more than one good DPS rider, but that's not like that. You know, we have all these massive gaping holes in especially utility that Matahari could fill. and you know, because of her lore, it's not outrageous for her to have like support abilities and stuff. And so it just makes so much more sense. Like, I mean, fuck, you can give her buff removal resistance for the team. You know, I think that'd be better, for God's sakes. That's not what I would go with, but that'd be better. We are about to die, so we really need to land that charm here. Definitely dying faster than I thought you would. Neurocaster's a very good unit. She's great in so many circumstances. Damn it. That wasn't even a guard, that was just a miss. That means Atlas, though, didn't do anything. We didn't live long enough to go around. So default's probably better. Well, the thing is, things could have gone better, and we could have gone around. But like, if you give Matahari taunt, not only is that like boring as fuck, and there's already so many ways to get taunt from budget units, that has no synergy with her first skill at all. And they really need to give her another buff that will synergize with her first skill. And like, I always say this, it's like, we got such good budget units, it's okay if Matahari becomes a really, really, really good one. Right? I mean, hell, you could give Matahari, like, make 10 stars, targeted quick up, or team-wide quick up, either way, and then even, like, buff removal resistance. That'd be insane! Like, she's now, like, one of the absolute best low stars, probably maybe not as good as David and stuff still, but in the right circumstances, she's better. That'd be, like, so strong. But that's fine. Like, that's not a big deal. But I don't think they're gonna give us a budget unit with buff removal resistance. Like, not even targeted. I don't think they're gonna do that. I think the best they're gonna do is Santa Nightingale, because she's got a targeted buff removal resistance. But unfortunately, not everyone can get her, because you can start playing the game after. Oh crap, I forgot to switch to default. Damn it. Oh good, we can get rid of the defense buff now. Well, we'll see if we get lucky and can get value out of Atlas. Battle of the blue dresses here. Yeah, just get 15 rare prisms real quick, and also main interludes exist, right? Alright, I'm gonna just assume this time that we're not gonna charm. Yep. 53k. I think she's NP2, 2 or 3. Wow, we took so much damage there. That's crazy. Casting stuff early because I needed to come back. Oh no. Oh no. I hate skills like this. Oh my god. And if I skip it, it's so bad. Just... You couldn't have charmed earlier, kiddo. Don't you fucking dare, lady. Oof. We got saved by Goddess Essence. That means she actually procced it. Like she landed her RNG, it's just, we got blocked. Now see, if we could loop, and then land the charm now, that would be great. 140. Okay, this is our third charm attempt, and we've never charmed, so like if you're gonna land it, this is definitely the time. They couldn't draw those petals, man. Like, it's pretty... Oh, yeah, there we go. But, like, the CGI on those petals is not that great. And it's kind of weird that they could draw. Like, yeah, I guess they flip a little bit or whatever, except to draw them, like, once or twice. But, like, it's not that hard. I don't want to do the 50% attack up, but I also don't want to die. Yeah, I think I gotta do it. Making the extra stars is good. But we waste the biggest juicy attack up. Well, I wouldn't say we waste it. I mean, we still get these big boy crits. Alright, let's see if that buys us another turn. Although I'd love it if we charmed here, it's not the end of the world if we don't. We're gonna die in like 2 turns pretty much no matter what. Yeah, Valkyrie does not compare very well to Parvati. Well, we're probably gonna die to the boss's NP no matter what. I guess there's a chance that I get my NP here. And then we charm. If we get stupid lucky, we can win here. I might be able to win next turn. I don't think so. Our buff's gonna wear off, I think. If we charm, though, we win. You just had to do art up, and then double art, and then art crit. If we double crit, we win. If we charm, we win. Ah, okay, well, there goes the double crit route. It's all up to the charm, boys. Oh, shit. Yeah, you can see what I'm saying, though. If we double crit there, we probably would've... Oh, yeah, we would've done 15k. We got really lucky. Also, excuse me, Codmaster with the resub 20 minutes ago for 13 months. That's over a year, I can count. Thank you, I appreciate it. I don't know why it took me so long to register that. That's what you call a delayed reaction, chat. Yeah, this win rate, not good. Not good at all. Now, I will say, if she was like more upgraded and stuff, like NP5, like some of the other units we've used, you could probably win faster, so you actually didn't need that last charm. And then that's actually kind of reasonable. I think we would have needed 2 charms to win. If she's crazy upgraded. But if she's not like just unbelievably upgraded, you're gonna need 3 or 4, and that's not likely. But somehow she got that. Okay. I know someone out there didn't believe that we'd do 15k. Wait, that it was NP5? Okay, never mind. She just needs the luck then. I think if someone else had NP3 or something. We've had a lot of her bodies on our list. Okay, I think we'll do like one more, and I think it's time to move on. And I'd be like, hey, we'll just do this again, you know, later, but they don't let us do that. Pretty sure that would work. We might do this 2 more times, so we might, like, do it and then beat it with someone silly like Scath or something. We've done Charlotte, wrong button. We could do, the one that must not be named. Ash can do it. It's not even that hard for Ash, because he can just do so much damage at neutral. If you get, like, unbelievably bad luck, I'm sure there's a way you can still lose, but, we could do Ishtar. I don't like Ishtar, but, Lost is here all the time, and we haven't really used his stuff much. Might do that, and then the one that must not be named. Alrighty, let me think. Let me look at her cooldowns and everything. She might just want Anniversary Blonde, because her normal card damage is rather high. So, I'm gonna make a prediction. If we land, like, if things go normal, right, there's not like everything going wrong everywhere, and we land our invulnerability, I think we will win. If we don't do that, I think we're going to lose. Now, thankfully, that means we're massively favored because it's 80%, and, I mean, when has ever 80% gone wrong? Yeah, I think Anniversary Blonde, though. That seems, I don't know, though. I mean, her third skill's only a 3-turn cooldown. Her second skill is a 6-turn cooldown. How much health does she have? If she's got like 19k, I'll probably do Atlas. 17. It's close. Like, cause Atlas means she can keep her first skill up for 6 turns straight. 4-turn cooldown on our second skill, and a 1-turn cooldown on our third skill. Like, that's not bad. However, she really wants to crit, and our NP alone is not enough to make enough stars to crit all the time. We might try it both ways. I'm gonna try Anniversary Blonde, though. Because she's so normal card focused, I feel like she should do well here. As long as she lands to 80%. If she doesn't land to 80%, then it's just gonna be awful. Why did they make it like that? I'm legitimate. I think they wanted people to have damn it Ishtar moments from time to time. I think that's what they wanted, right? Like, they wanted you to be in like an AoE challenge quest. One of the enemies is a saber, so she's counterclassing them. One of them is a berserker, so she's getting big damage, right? And then there's like an invulnerability gimmick. So you want pierce invulnerability. And you're like, oh yeah, Ishtar will, like, you know, fuck this up. You know, there's a saber, there's a berserker, there's an invulnerability gimmick. Second skill's perfect here. And you just wanted that every once in a while. You just get that miss on pierce invulnerability, and then her whole NP is just blocked and does nothing, right? Like, they wanted that. Okay, well, we got our NP already, so that's a thing. I could NP next turn, so I could cast my third skill right now. That would mean, you know what? I'm doing it, because we might be able to use that 3 times if things go well. Wait a minute, no. Because I don't want to have to... Let me think. No, I mean, it's 6... Well, no, because I'll invulnerability when I don't want to, though. That's the thing. But I can Atlas and get it back. I don't know if that's worth it. Like, I don't know if min-maxing that third skill like that is worth it. We'll see what the hand is. If we get, like, Buster, then it's definitely fucking worth it. But, do I even use her art card? Because... She doesn't need it. And I could make stars. Now, I'm not gonna lie. If she misses the 80%, actually doing what I'm doing right now is extremely worth it. Because then we wouldn't have been able to get the invulnerability later anyway. Okay. We're playing to the good RNG. what I'm doing right now will if we get good RNG, this will capitalize on it big time. And if we get bad RNG, this is just atrocious. And I really shouldn't do it like this because I feel like we're kind of playing with death here. Come on, game. Come on, game. Shouldn't I have cast her second skill last turn? Yeah, I should have. Because it would be the exact same thing, except the cooldown would be one less. Okay, well, she missed one of them. I think I don't taunt, actually, because we landed the invulnerability. I don't know if this was worth it or not. The reason I like doing it, though, is because I can use my third skill potentially multiple times, and it also gets me my crit stars sooner, and I start working towards my second NP sooner. Yeah, I feel like I should have done my second skill. Yeah, but the reason I'm not taunting is I'm actually hoping Scat somehow lives, and we actually get attacked a lot and we use the invulnerability. And if we don't, it's not any different than if we taunted. And we didn't crit. Imagine having attack up, crit up, buster up, doing a brave chain, and then not critting with anything. When the previous turn, all I did was try to make extra stars. Okay, I want to NP next turn. What do I want to do? I think I do buster, quick, art. Come on, give me some crits here. Damn it! All of these crits! I mean, we could have gotten so much more NP gain if either of those had crit. Oh, fuck you, game. Well, at least we get to NP with our third skill. God, but now our first skill is gonna wear off. Okay, we should play this more normal-like. That was pretty dumb, though, the amount of crit fails we had there. And that fucked with our NP gain, and we're still failing these crits, by the way. What are we doing? Like, what are we doing? Like, how do you miss that many crits? I know we're not gonna land all of them, sure, but like, if we could get some of them, that would be pretty nice. Luvia would really enjoy this. Okay, we'll just play this like a normal solo and see how that goes. Like, if we could live here, we could use our stars next turn. Nice crit spread. This should be winnable though. Like, not right now, but like, if we just get okay luck and land 80%, I think she can win. You're gonna not crit with that 50 after all of this. After all, we would have won even with all that bullshit if we had just crit like twice on all those fucking. We had like a 70, a 50, a 60, and like 40s and 30s all over the place, and none of it crit. I think if like 2 of them had crit, I think we would have done it, especially when we had that crit up buff earlier. Okay, this is definitely beatable. This is absolutely beatable. You just need things to go remotely well. What scares me is we missed that Pierce invulnerability, and we didn't need it. But if that had been the invulnerability and it was on a turn where we were gonna get attacked a bunch, it'd be a problem. You know, someone out there has been fighting a boss, and they wanted both of Ishtar's second skill effects, or at least one of them, right? The other one's just a bonus. And it was just miss. And actually, I bet you, because there's so many people out there, right? Statistically, there should be someone where Ishtar was released, day 1, right? First day Ishtar's released, right? They roll, boom, they get Ishtar, right? They level up her skills, all that stuff. They don't know what her skills do yet, right? And then they just jump into a stage, and they click that second skill, and they just see miss. Like that's definitely happened to someone. That happens to me a lot. Feels bad. But yeah, just land that invulnerability, and it's like nope. Or it's like just land the Pierce invulnerability. Nope. At least you get that buff success chance thing later. It's a little awkward on her, but actually that doesn't even work on her, does it? No, it does. No, it does. Yeah, it does. So that's something. If I was an Ishtar fan, I would a million% give her that. So I really could just NP right now, but I don't think we want to do any silly shit at the minute. I solo more than most players. So it's been relevant to my gameplay. Well, I imagine on JP you gave her the command code. I guess I do my third skill now. If I do it now, the problem is I want to be able to crit next turn then. She needs 5%. No, she needs 4%. She needs 4%. What's her gain rate? 0.45. Her quick is a 4 hit count. I'm pretty sure she can do it with the quick chain. Yeah, because she's 4 hit count. Yeah, she's got it. Thankfully, the roundup exists. Otherwise, she would not have had it. Come on, crit spread. Don't make me use Anniversary Blonde. Oh my god. That art card, though. What do I do? Oh, Jesus. Do I feel like doing 60-60? No, I really don't. I really do not feel like doing that. Chat, Luvia does not cast her quick charge very often. It's quite rare. If she casts it right now, I'm a flip a table. 104, very good for AoE. 75, all right. Take it 105. That's what we need. I just don't delete me. No. Oh boy, all right. You fucking bitch. You fucking bitch. This is why the Fate Strange Fake Ishtar gets the Bull of Heaven and you don't. It's just fucking. I mean, which one would you want to work for, right? Like, what the fuck? Oh my god! I like how we finally Oh Jesus! All right, well, time to use guts, guys. We're gonna lose. Is this what it feels like, Lost? Is this what it feels like? Oh my fucking god! All she had to do was land that 80%. And I think we would have won. Yeah, in the back of my mind, when I said what I just said, in the back of my head, I was like, well, we might win anyway, because, we're gonna get our NP again and stuff, but no, just fuck critting. Remember when her overcharge is she makes a bunch of stars? Remember that? Really does you a lot of good when you don't crit with them. Like, yeah, we absolutely could still win on this turn if we had done more damage there. Maybe she'll crit now, right? Just 2030, right? It's the craft essence, right? The craft essence is named 2030, and we've got 20 and 30% chances to crit, so that means we're gonna crit here, right? That's absolutely how this works. Well, Ishtar sucks. I'm just gonna throw that out there. Betrayal. Can't do her one fucking job. Like, we would have won if we landed in vulnerability. We would have won if we had crit with literally any of that stuff at the end there. We probably would have needed 2. I think we would have needed 2. But still, if we just landed the 80%, we would not have needed any of those crits, and we would have won. You know what? This is obviously winnable, but Luvia can have it. Ishtar doesn't deserve it anymore. Right? No cake for her. We give the cake to Luvia instead. Alright, I'm thinking King Potato Chips or Nero. I don't like Nero, obviously. Okay, well, we haven't used any of his units, and this really is upgraded. We've even got the... Okay, well, it's not 2K foe. I may have spoken too soon. It's still pretty good, though. Definitely Atlas. Very good for her. Oh, man, she doesn't have her buff on NA. That's gotta be soon. Kinda. Like, I don't know, maybe within 6 months or something? 'Cause I feel like that was a while ago. Yeah, that definitely was a while ago, so that should be soon-ish. I would think it's less than a year, I would think. But her buff is awesome. That was so good. Alrighty. Go ahead and cast this. I'm trying to remember if I know they added the NP thing to it, but I think they actually might have made it give her more health too. Let me look. Let's see. Yeah, she gets more health per stack. That's insane. So she can get in total 10,000 more health, and then she stacks I think up to 80% NP resistance. So that's a pretty big deal for her. It's July. Let's see how long we got then. Yeah, it's not a year, it's less than a year, but that's like what, 8 or 9 months, so that's still a while. Damn. I thought it was a while ago, but I guess I'm crazy. Maybe you guys will get the main interlude sooner. That's some copium. Alright, pretty good luck with the cards there, I'll take it. Just picking up rocks and throwing them. It's so weird when she does that animation and you're like fighting in space or something like that. It's like, where did the rock come from? Big damage. What's the play here? I guess Buster Chain. She brought the rocks with her. Oh, the boss has got the defense up. I wasn't paying attention. I should have done the command code first. Please don't crit me right now. Oh, crap. He does a bit too much normal card damage, I think, for us to get to like critical mass. If we didn't get hit though so wrecked there, and now that the attack up is gone, we might have been able to get more ahead. That really is a shame though that she doesn't have her buff yet, because we'd have quite a bit more health right now if she did. And then by the end, we'd be able to face tank an MP. Fuck, I wanted to loop there. We actually might need to do default, weirdly enough. Please don't crit me. Yeah, I'd have 5,000 more health right now if she had her buff. That's quite a lot. Because each one of those HP stacks would be 1,000 more each. Might be about time to use our second skill just because we got lower faster than normal. Yeah, I think with the buff, I think she'd be able to do this. I think she can actually do it without. I think it's just going to be kind of scuffed and not a particularly great win rate. We'll see. It was pretty bad luck earlier with the when she had the attack up, us getting so messed up. Yeah, I think it's time for our second skill. Don't. I think we're out of gas though. Yeah, we are. Damn. Yeah, and we can't get anything out of our Atlas, so I'm thinking default would be better. Because in a lot of fights though, you're able to, as soon as you do what we just did, you're able to, if you last one more turn, you instantly cast this again, and you start going again. It's amazing. We weren't quite tanky enough to do that. Yeah, this looks doable. That NP line. She's gotten drunk on power. She is really close to winning. She can definitely do it. Let's try that again. Yeah, she fucking, dude, that Ishtar run, I just, what the hell, man? Yeah, if only that was a good solo unit. He's great solo, lore-wise. Not translate into gameplay. Can you imagine if she, like, got maximum health up, but it was affected by the heal boost command code once she got buffed and it was at 5,000? That would be so insane, and there's a very good reason they didn't do it that way, because that would be completely ridiculous. Especially with her NP resistance thing. Her NP resistance thing, though, is best against an AoE NP. Because there's a lot of single target NPs out there that, from the boss, that will do like 80k damage to you and stuff like that these days. And so even with the 80% reduction, you'll still get evaporated. So yeah, AoE is definitely better. But in a team setting, what can happen is when it's time to get NP'd and you ran out of hard survival, you've clearly ramped up at that point and you've got the 80%, and then you can just do like Mash's first skill and you're fine, or anything like that. You could also give her a CE. If you know it's gonna be like a really long challenge quest or something, you could just give her a CE to make her get 100%. Yeah, it kind of sucks there's no Europa. I'd actually like to try her, because she's AoE, which is disadvantaged, but she has a lot of survivability. I do think they're going to add her. They're just going to do it, like, for the part 2 banner or something weird like that. And I would just say, we would do it then, right? Like, we'll say, hey, when they add her, we'll just go back and do it then, but there's no story replay. Yeah, that's true. She wouldn't be 10-10 yet. It's, she's got some of the new mats, I think. Could art chain, but I don't really see the need. Bonk 'em! I am pretty sure that attack is a Tiamat reference. Like, she's trying to sing like Tiamat, it's just not working out. Hex. Oh, man. Hex is too good with the emotes, man. I forgot! Oh shit! I was supposed to bring default. Because like the attack up could potentially, you know, make a turn difference, and same with the heal, so that could have made up for where we failed a minute ago. Damn it, man. We still have a chance, it's just, I do think default is better. I mean, I think Atlas Peak's better for sure, but I think default is better. Average run. At least he actually drew her and didn't make her CGI. I wouldn't put it past him, although I guess they kind of kept her movements pretty simple. That's probably why. And I'm sure they drew her like in normal size and then just blew it up. But like, you know, they could do that with anything, even the monsters. It's just monster designs, their like proportions are, you know, strange and whatnot. Thus the CGI on a lot of that stuff. Got pretty messed up there. Just crit. Oh no, they incorporate CGI into characters all the time. Like, they're normally not 100% CGI, but, well, I guess some of the enemies are, but the playable ones, it's normally like, so I tell you though, some of them, they do a lot of CGI. They're like, Da Vinci's got CGI everywhere, and there's quite a few like that. It wouldn't surprise me if a Babbage animation update, they get pretty heavy with the CGI. And you got Stage 3 Caesar, obviously, it's a big one. It's more than just the weapons, though. It's not just the weapons that are CG. They do all kinds of stuff that's CG. I'm almost... No, we don't, or because we're gonna do our second skill at some point here. Shame we had no crit chance there, but it is what it is. Buster crit can go a long way when you double buster up and attack up. Okay, there's the annoying buffs. Actually sucks that she quick charged because now we're like on the clock. I think I gotta do this. We are in quite a bit of trouble now because the boss is going to NP sooner. Ooh, there we go. I don't think we've gotten lucky this run though, because with the amount of small crit chances we've had throughout the whole thing, like getting a crit here and there is like bound to happen. Yeah, one turn I think we'd be safe. I think if we could heal right now, we'd have a decent chance of living. But I'm pretty sure she's gonna kill us here. It's incredibly likely. I can't get rid of her attack buff either, so. I tell you, if we had the command codes that you're supposed to have right now, you probably could do it, because you're supposed to have a crit removal command code. So you could get rid of her attack buff and her crit buff, so then your odds of living would be pretty good. She's only 18k away, man. Oh, very winnable, very winnable. All they need to do for story replay is like, don't use the map for free quests. Have it like where you go through a different menu to go back to the original map. Or even just put all the nodes out in a more like generic menu. You don't even have to do the map. And then when you click a chapter, have it bring up a UI kind of like Arknights does. Where when you click a stage, that stuff comes up. So you can watch the story or not watch the story and go right to the stage. And all the individual chapters or arrows would be there, right? So let's say you've got a list, right, with a bunch of chapters. Like, we got this chapter right here, right on the screen, right? Got this one. If like you had below it of all the chapters in the story, when you click one of them, the menu expands like it does in Arknights, and you can click each arrow individually. And if you want to watch the story, you click. By default, it'll skip the story, right? Because it's story replay, and you're probably there for the gameplay because you could watch the story in my room. But if you want to watch the story, you have a little thing that comes up in that menu, like Arknights does, and you click that, and you can watch the story. Easy, like literally easy. That's all you gotta do, right? You can just put that in the fucking menu. You don't even have to do the background map and all that if you don't want to. And your lore justification could just be the simulator. So you can put it in my room even if you wanted to. Like, fuck. It's that easy, man. It's that easy. Like, what I just described would take so little effort on their part, and here we are 7 years in, and we don't got it. All right, we should probably move on, though. It sucks. Like, it's fun using chat's units, but I think we gotta carry on here. I'll see if anything really stands out to me here at the end. Melt wouldn't be too bad. She's actually probably got a decent chance at it. Okay, here's what we'll do. We'll keep using stuff. I'm gonna pick stuff that's interesting and that I'd use anyway. I'm not gonna pick based on what can win. And whenever somebody wins, we'll just let the stage go through. That's what we'll do. Because someone's gonna, beat it sooner or later. Because obviously there's things I could pick that I know could beat it, but I'm not gonna be picking based on that. Trying not to cough my lungs up here. All right, what do we got here? Still no melt. Any day now, game. Any day now. Let me in. That's a fun meme. Normally I'd say Atlas, but I'm gonna go default because I think we're gonna die pretty quick. To cry for help. Chat, what if we don't get a Christmas event before 6.5 on JP and we just get nothing until 6.5? That would be such a bad timeline. Oh man, you don't see this version of Mel very often. I think this is stage 2. She's pretty much always stage 1 or 3. This is pretty rare. Do I want to first skill? I'll throw the stars away. I could do it next turn so the stars don't necessarily go to waste. Yeah, I'll do it next turn. Does she have her Spriggan buff on an A? I feel like she doesn't. She does? Not yet? Okay, I'm assuming she doesn't. I didn't think she did. If she did, though, I bet you she'd be able to solo this pretty smooth. She still has a chance at it, but I think it's gonna be pretty shaky. Wish we'd gotten a better hand than that. I know she's got her third skill buff, though. Guess I just cast everything. Do I do the attack up here? We got a 50% chance to crit, so I'll go for it. If she had her Spriggan buff, I absolutely would not do the attack up there. I would wait a while, but Because we don't have it, might as well do it now. Bonk. Oh yeah, she does that. That's actually quite nice here. That's actually super good. Because now you don't have to worry about getting crit as much. And the crit buff is back. That's great. Just loop forehead. And we gave ourselves a defense down. Can't say I'm happy about that. 100% crit versus the quick. I think I do Buster quick, and I think that'll give me my NP and still do a lot of damage. Yeah, we should be okay on our NP here. Yep, we're good. As long as she didn't like triple Buster. Oh my god, 6 health. By the way, we're not gonna get our first skill back in time because we just took so much damage there. Chat trying to summon the beast, I see. Foes matter indeed. So if we could get to this point and we had decent health left, we would win. Any chance that we can loop here? Close, man. That might have done it. I'm putting the 90% last because of the command code. Try to do as much damage as possible. Yeah, if she didn't get so melted earlier, pardon the pun, could probably win next turn. If she didn't pee, and that would do it. And if she had her Spriggan buff, then she would have won on that attempt rather easily, actually. Her damage just goes up so much. Could give her one more run. Could also cast her first skill on turn 1 and just hope for the best. That'll lower our damage a bit, though. We could compensate by that if we just get lucky, though, and get a lot of good hands in the first 2 turns. Well, that's not a good opening hand. I was hoping for, like, 2 cards. Incredible turn right here. If she had, like, bullshit critted there, I'd have been happy. Damn. What really sucks about this is I have to use my art card, and I didn't really want to use Merlin there, but please crit. Okay, at least we got that. I wonder. If I'm ever, I gotta pay attention. If I only ever use the second and third skill once, I actually shouldn't do them on the first NP, because the first NP has a lower chance to crit, and then I should just save it for like the second NP, and then do the attack up and crit, because then all the attack ups and stuff. I mean, I guess I could do the third skill, because that one doesn't really matter, but, and another good thing about that is I wouldn't do the defense down. I think what I do, I think I just try to get my NP again before the second skill wears off, and I save the third skill. So I need really good NP game. It doesn't matter that her defense down's not big, because the boss is already melting people. The last thing you want to do is make the boss do even more damage. It's like, you know, let's say you're doing a team, right, against like God Juna, because if God Juna is attacking one target for every action, then they're gonna die. But if it's a team, that's not the case at all, right? So the last thing you want to do is like, yeah, let's just make God Juna do 10% more damage. It's totally fine. Like 10% absolutely can matter, and it's not like it's 10% one time, it's 10% for 3 turns. That's potentially 9 attacks, right? So that's a lot. Like that can absolutely make the difference on if you live or die on a turn. Like it can easily make a turn difference, because most units that get that extra turn, the final turn, they're only at like 1,000 life, right? And so over those turns leading up to that, the 10% can easily do 1,000 damage, and then you won't get that turn. Like, it abso-fucking-lutely matters. Alright, we just gotta get our NP here, which should actually be really easy. I actually wish the boss was NP next turn, because now we're kind of wasting NP gain. But I want crit chance. Crit chance is really important, so I'll do quick. Divinity doesn't care about defense down at all. Like, it doesn't care about anything. Like, it's just flat. You know, attack up, defense down, buster, resist down, none of that matters. The only thing that has an effect on Divinity is invulnerability, super invulnerability, evade, that kind of stuff. Okay. Our crit spread is not great, but it's better than the last one, so it's still worth it. If we crit here, this play was good. I almost want to do 60 NP 80. I gotta do the quick though, because we got the quick up, and we still want to crit next turn. We just gotta hope we get at least 1 crit. You really want to crit twice there though, with that many buffs. Thankfully, if you don't get Ricky, you can just get him from FP eventually. Whew, that was good damage with just the one. If we'd gotten the other crit, that'd have been incredible. I think we're gonna win. Holy crap, though. Dude, if she had Buster crit there, we actually probably would have died. That probably would have been low enough that the one hit that we don't evade would have probably killed us. Alright, I think we're good. We'd have, the only way I don't think there's any way we lose. Even if she Buster crits us, because she can only hit us once. We have 2 hit evade. Like, she could one-shot us, but she'd have to do, like, her crit damage skill. But if she does her crit damage skill, she can't get through the 2 evades. So the best thing she could do is attack, buster, crit, and I don't think that would do 11k. I think it'd be like 9 to 10k. So I think we're okay. So I just need to make sure I get my NP. Now, I would say buster quick is fine. But in case she did triple buster, which is really low hit count, I should probably just be safe here and just... Because I think we win with the NP. I don't need to do damage now. It doesn't actually matter. We'll just do that. Just play it safe. I don't need to make stars or any of that next turn. Hell, if I had done like Buster Hard Buster or Buster Quick Buster, she might have killed there. I don't think so. It'd have been really close, but... Yeah, got it this time. Feels good. Alright, well, I guess that's it for this stage for now. Sucks that we can't keep it, but guys, clearly they're gonna implement story replay for New Year's, right? Guys, that's what's gonna happen. I spent 1,000 SQ on the Orion banner to get Amakusa's CE, and I didn't get it. Oh no, I got NP3 Orion, but no CE. I don't mind Orion, but I already have 100, level 100 NP5 2K4 Fujino. So I didn't really need him. If I could trade Orion for a copy of the CE, I would. This is so depressing. And now I'm heading to work. Oh my god. So have a great stream, Sag. Oh my god. That's a really nice Fujino, though. So if I can offer you some positivity in these trying times, I would just remind you, you have that Fujino. You don't got the CE, but you got that Fujino, and that's pretty great, and it can murder all the things. So, silver lining. That's what I always tell myself when shit goes bad for me on my account. I'm like, I got coup, so. That does suck that you didn't even get one copy of it, though. I'm assuming you won it because one of your favorite units is good with it, or like you're wanting to get Castoria because it's so busted on Castoria. Well, I hope work goes well. That was pretty depressing. How about those safety nets in FGO, guys? Oh geez, I wonder which one of these units is gonna do all the work. A lot of games that have safety nets don't have a safety net though for their CE equivalent. Like Epic 7 has a safety net and it's a good one. It's a really good one, but they don't have any kind of safety net for the artifact. Although they give you all kinds of ways to get artifacts. Like they have actually in a way they do have an artifact safety net. It's not technically a safety net, but as you roll stuff you can disenchant it for like dust, and you can turn the dust in for craft essences, and the whatever craft essence it was you could save up for and get it that way. So not exactly a safety net, but there is still ways to guarantee it. I'm not even sure I bother with the NP. I feel like I can kind of just kill this the old-fashioned way really quickly. That's his war face. That's second skill. Alright, as long as Star Absorb works with me, we got this. We only got one Buster card, but we have buffs. I wish we had two Buster cards. That probably would have done it. Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, just kill him. Two Buster cards. Who needs that? I think this is the MASH one with Chiom. I really do want to read the translation. I got it, game. Thank you. Stop spamming. Nothing like Golden Sumo MASH. You know what? Keep the memes alive. She's probably gonna die, by the way. Increased defense, yeah, that'll get him. Middle ones. I like how she took all of the cards. What's the play here? See if we can get MASH to crit next turn. Should have attacked the front one, I think. She got her NP, guys. It's gonna be very powerful. Oh man, we got memes. Let's see. Shame I can't do a Buster Chain. What are we gonna see? That wasn't quite as good as I would have liked. Respectable though. It didn't die. Oh, I was wanting to target switch, but hey, we got one of them at least. Can you stop hitting the snake? You stupid snake. Snake battling, dude. Get Medusa in here. I actually wish regular vanilla Medusa was in this story, because she's Greek and everything, and she doesn't ever get to be in main story. And seeing how she interacts with some of these characters, I think would be quite interesting. So our Mystic Code would be a lot better if it was default, but there's actually a chance of catastrophe here. 10% crit chance. Come on, Mash. Come on. Damn it. She would have killed. 1 out of 10 times. One day we'll get normal Herc. Like, imagine being the most famous hero in human history in a story about human history, legends from human history, and being in the original work where listen to me, where characters from the original work, Fate Stay Night, get lots of alternate versions because they're popular. Except for you. Imagine that. You're the one that doesn't get alternate versions. You're the most famous hero in human history. Like, how does that happen? Right? Fitting music indeed. How does that happen in 7 fucking years? And you're a popular character from Fate Stay Night, right? Like, never mind being a popular legend and all that. Like, fucking crap, dude. Maybe someday. So I could have used this skill like forever ago and then used it again, but we're on turn 7. Nash just slowly chipping him away. Uh-oh, Nash is charmed. Don't worry, Snake got this. Our incredible chain error we got going on here. Wow, it's like she had taunt there. That actually worked out pretty good. She might kill here. If they finally add another Herc and it's not regular sane Herc, I'm gonna be super fucking pissed. Like, everyone has wanted that for so long and they keep dodging it, and then they finally add another Herc and they're like, oh, but it's Space Herc! Or fucking Lolly Herc or any of that shit. That's just, for God's sakes, just add the normal Herc. Like, they've been like hinting at it since Fate Stay Night and like, oh, he's so awesome, guys, and then they never do it. I think it's Jason and Ricky here, which is such a great team, by the way. Hmm. Let's see. So it's just these two. Probably normal card down this one and then NP that one. Just don't murder me, game. Could have done his third skill just to up the gain rate. That actually might have been worth it. Because we don't really need the NP damage later or anything like that. Yeah, I should have done it. And it'd been more normal card damage to this one too. What I'll do is I'll do it now and then I'll give him the evade. So the taunt is not like a huge problem. Guess I heal him too. You gonna say that same line again, Jason? He's got other voice lines for skills, by the way. Just didn't happen. Woo! Nice. Very smooth. Nice damage, nerd. What a weakling. This should kill, no problem. Not yeeting Ricky boy, we don't even have our health low enough for that. It is funny that they let you use that skill. I like how they have like a harder time canonically, even though they actually, that was the smoothest between at least them and Nash, I guess. I guess Orion was probably the smoothest because he just won on turn 1. Oh yeah, that's when he's making the statues. Pretty sure that island goes boom soon. Oh yeah, this part. I remember this. We play Achilles either now or soon. Yeah, there it is. Default should be alright. This is actually type I was about to say type moo, but type moon music right now. I got like mixed up between music and moon right there. But it's from that visual novel they made after Fate's Day Night that no one fucking remembers. Type move, yeah. Alright. Oh, it's 4 enemies, so there's 1 enemy other than these. Probably just rush my skills then, no reason to do long-term play. That'd be a cool collab they could do. You know what's crazy? I see people talking about like collabs that they could do, and no one ever mentions that. Like, you see Tsukihime, Fate Hollow, Fate Strange Fake, Prototype, you know, shit like that. Why is that got 899 health, by the way? And then we got NP drained. It's running everything game. But yeah, no one like ever mentions. I'm sure someone's mentioned it sometimes, but generally the main conversations you see around potential collabs. No one even brings it up. Which is a shame because I think it's better than Tsukihime. I don't think it's like 10 out of 10 or anything, but... Okay, now we can kill them all. Yeah, Alice would probably be the welfare from that. Like, there's a few characters that could make it, but that would be the one that fits their pattern. Although you never know, they mix things up. Like, I don't think anyone would have predicted BB, excuse me, being the welfare of CCC. Like, and now that we see how popular Melt became after CCC, it makes sense, but before that, I don't think anyone would have thought that. I'm still surprised by that, honestly. Yeah, Achilles at this point has already been shot in the heel, so he's nerfed for the whole story, pretty much. Kinda sucks. But he would ruin the story pretty hard. It's kind of arbitrary, but they did it because there's no way the reader could buy, like, he'd be able to just like zip everywhere so fast. I mean, he's so overpowered when he's got his comet form at full strength, and you could just get everywhere so quickly, it would mess a lot up. Yeah, Chiron, you know how he be. Alright, we don't really have to solo. I mean, we can solo, but we'll just do normie stuff for a minute here. What does this account have archer-wise? Can we please have a Billy animation update? Like, I'm really wanting that these days, because Billy's one of my favorites, and I've used him for so long. His animations are old as hell, and it's like... You know, I get it. When they first started doing animations, I never expected Billy to be first on the chopping block at all, so I knew I was gonna have to wait a while, but it's been a while. It's been a long while, so I'm like, if we could just, you know, get to that, that'd be swell. Yeah, we'll do the old tried and true. Surely I have... Yeah, there we go, that one. There's really no need for David here. Who do I need bond with? Is that Talante? He's probably not going to need to NP this entire time, but you know what? We'll do that. Choose a support now. This account could handle Fluffy. It would be kind of hard, but it could handle it just fine. I've got Asclepius. That's all you really need. Like, honestly, if I didn't hold myself back, it would be I am jealous, Poi. That's some good stuff right there. But let's see. Do you have sauce though for the fries here? This is very important. Sauce is super. I don't see any sauce. Poi, is there sauce off screen? Because I feel like that's, you know, that's a big deal. But if I didn't hold myself back, my NA account could do better than what I did in the video, like easily. But if I held myself back, it would be pretty tough. And then also, if I didn't hold myself back on my JP account, that'd be much easier than what I could do on my NA account. I need a sauce status report here. I have sauce in my fridge. Also, I'm not Poi. What did I say, Poi? Excuse me. I knew it was you, but I'm getting both of your names are purple. And I'm the last people I got their names mixed up. Both their names were purple too, by the way. Although, actually, I think Poi's name is light purple and yours is dark purple, but okay, 81k is actually kind of a problem. Also, I forgot to bring the Switch Mystic code, so we don't get a Rosh. Oh my god, we've messed everything up. It's all run to chat. Barbecue sauce, that's legit, that's legit. My friend Tusk does not care for barbecue sauce, and it's not my favorite sauce ever, but it's pretty good. And actually, if I'm gonna have like sauce for fries, barbecue sauce is pretty high on the list. Like, and if you have spicy barbecue sauce, then it's super good. Delete this account. Yeah, what I should have done was just a Rosh first, and then into Spartacus if I wasn't gonna bring the Switch Mystic code. That would have been the play. Also, these guys have that passive, so I should have done Buster Quick Buster. I thought he had it though. Damn, we got messed up. Don't run this, Billy. Don't run this. You fucking ruined it. That's what I get for not grailing you to 100 on NA. I actually probably will start working on that. I like Billy enough, and even though I've already got him on JP, there's not that much stuff I want to grail in NA. Spartacus has taken no damage, which is not ideal.
Okay.
No, Karna is normally with his armor. He's nerfed in FGO. It's not like he's buffed in APOC. He basically, it's weird because most times we've seen him, he's nerfed, but that's just because of stupid circumstances all the time. In CCC, he's nerfed because his master is trash, and he's not really getting like moon cell hacks like most people are. Although he's not like that though in Extella and whatnot, but Extella and all that has so much bullshit like to power up other servants just for arbitrary story reasons. It doesn't really matter. And then in FGO, Chaldea is garbage and can't summon him properly, so his armor and NP work differently than normal. But if you're a good competent master and like a vanilla Grail War or Fate Stay Night or Fate Zero or whatever, and you summoned Karna, he would be, you know, normal, like in APOC. The most benefit he gets in APOC is just the fact that they've got all the masters like pulled together, and you know, they can like concentrate where they're, you know, feeding the mana to, and a lot of the servants don't have a high mana upkeep and or just don't need it right now, so the servants have just an absurd amount of mana on the red side because of that. You'd have to be a very good master to be able to handle Karna. Like, he's an amazing servant, but he is just not, like... Even if you're, like, a mid-tier master, it'd be a problem. His mana drain is just so insane, and you can't turn it off. You need to win the war very quickly if you summoned him. It's kind of a shame, because he's such a powerful servant, like, on his own, like, non-attack... Like, if you're not connected to a master, and he's got, you know, his normal abilities... You know, I'd say he's in like the top 25, and maybe even in the top 10, probably in the top 10, honestly. Like, he's really, really strong. But, because of the mana drain issue, in most situations, he's not going to be, like, nearly as strong as he could be. And, wouldn't be in the top 10 anymore, which kind of sucks. It is pretty cool though that his NP is just so crazy powerful, and then it's even more powerful if they have Divinity, and most things that are a threat to him are going to have Divinity. So that's a huge benefit for him. We could have won this so much faster if we had just put a Rosh in where Spartacus is, like swap them around. This would have been way, way better. Kenneth is a good enough master though that he could like do really well with supplying mana anyway. Like, he is a very top tier master. Maybe they'll make another Rama someday, and maybe they'll use that like an event and get Sita in here. I'm probably speaking copium right now. I just mean in general, Canis could supply pretty much any servant with mana without too much problem. He's one of the best masters in the modern day. I mean, Canis didn't even know who he was going to summon, though, because he was originally going to summon Iskandar, but, you know, that got fucked up. Oh, let's see here. I'll keep going for a little bit. Pretty pooped today, unfortunately. Also, 5-1 is just not very hype. The story's good. The story's good, but the gameplay is not very good at all. I find 5-1 pretty boring, unfortunately. I really hate that. I wish I didn't, but it's pretty dull, and it doesn't have very many boss fights. Poseidon is good. Luvia is good. Charlotte's a good fight, but that's pretty much it. So yeah, it's a whole lot of nothing. And it sucks because I like Lostbelt 5 in general, and the story's cool and everything. But, yeah, it's not exactly a fun gameplay experience. 5-2 is, though. I'm super looking forward to doing 5-2 again. I'm always happy to do that one. Let me just bust out this budget quick support that we got. Oh yeah, this account has none of the big supports. Don't even have waiver. Weirdly enough, it's one of my only accounts that doesn't have waiver. I just keep getting them on a lot of my other accounts. If I want them or not. Like my regular ult has them. I guess it's never too soon to get Qingong Bond. I could do a way better setup than this, but I don't really want to, so... The best fights with Cerberus, because you fight him like 5 or 6 times, but I remember one of them is a good bit better than the others, and that one is pretty good. The main issue is it's just the story's really long, at least gameplay-wise, and there's not enough bosses to go around, and they're pretty backloaded. So if there was like 3 or 4 more good bosses, and then all the bosses were kind of spread throughout the story better, like if the Canis fight was more significant, more like legit, and just through a couple other bosses kind of mixed throughout, I think this could be a much better singularity from a gameplay perspective. At least it's solid though from a story one. Although it is like the whole premise is kind of filler, but the actual character interactions and whatnot are cool. Yeah, added an Odysseus boss fight, you know, stuff like that. It could be a lot better. But at least the story's good, and the Poseidon fight is pretty cool. And then 5-2 really is good for gameplay. Like, it's awesome. And I think it's good for story too. Some people don't like it, but I think people exaggerate about that. There's like 3 people on Twitter that get mad about it, and people act like that's most of the player base. Yeah, Tesla would probably be able to absorb Karna's eye lasers because they're energy based. There's no physical property. You know, I should have given Achilles Atalante's quick up, because he doesn't need the damage, and that would have been a lot of NP gain. He might have gotten his NP. Because it applied to all 3 targets. He'd definitely have his NP right now if I had done that. Wow, Achilles going 2 turns with no NP gain. Thank you, deck shuffle. This is actually a Han setup. Yeah, if there was no like plot armor bullshit and it was like legit, Tesla versus Karna would be awesome. They're both super strong and they have really interesting toolkits against each other. Tesla is absolutely one of the stronger servants out there. I think people really... No one really... People don't read character material books much, and they especially don't read Teslas. Just ride the chariot over the water. He could do it. Yeah, I think Poseidon actually is the largest mech of the lot that we've seen anyway. We haven't seen all of them, but... Hades win, chat. Tesla's NP is probably. I mean, I think if Tesla was here, they would not allow Tesla to kill Artemis because they don't like Tesla and they don't want him to get a big dramatic moment like that. But with what they said about it, like with Excalibur could do it and stuff like that, I don't see why Tesla's couldn't because his is stronger than Excalibur and everything else. The only issue would be maybe range, but with Tesla's crazy nonsense. And I'm pretty sure he can fly, actually. He could probably do it. Like it makes sense that he'd be able to kill Artemis. But they wouldn't allow... If the only way it would happen, right, is if it was just like a completely different story or whatever. If it was this story, there's no way they would let it happen, right? What to use? What to use? Look at that giant ass Herc, though. You know, we could use a Herc break. We don't get Bond this way, but whatever. I'm not even bringing his right Mystic Code, but it's not gonna matter. They kind of use Tesla seriously though at the end of America because he like murders a bunch of demon pillars at once. But that's about it, unfortunately. Probably need to kill these assassins because they're gonna get their NP real quick. Oh yeah, these guys got their damage cut thing. Not very big though. If I'm gonna face tank, it should actually be this turn because next turn the middle one is going to NP and I should evade that. Or I get my NP right now. Would I have to do Art Buster quick? I don't think I would get it, so yeah, I think I face tank here. I think I still do Art Buster quick just because I got nothing else to do, but... Because if I'm gonna face tank, I'd rather face tank now because I have a better chance of it not one-shotting me. I could still get one shot, but hopefully not. I'm assuming we're not 2k foed. I'm pretty sure if he's 2k foed, he's 14k. Alright, good. Although, funnily enough, now I can probably just kill that guy, and then he can't NP. But, it's still okay to evade, it's just not. Actually, no, I think I fucked up. Now that I think about it, because I'm gonna kill that guy, I could have evaded sooner, and it would just come off cooldown sooner, so... I didn't big brain that. Because we'd basically be in the exact same circumstance, except my cooldown would be one better. I don't see why these guys would be divine, but you never know with this game. Definitely gonna NP the middle one. Oh, we got the command code, we can actually see. I would imagine no, though. Yeah, no. I have no idea why an Earthy would be divine, so... Damn. Could've got another turn out of that. Not like it's gonna matter, but... Hype music! Nano Machine Sun, yeah, pretty much. We did not even get through our Bond CE. Oh shit, now we got it. I was gonna say, I should have evaded if I wasn't gonna kill it, but we got him. And yeah, this is Sonic. So, was it Solaris? Phase 2 or whatever? Terrible game, good music. Herc gets his buff kinda soon. You got like... is it your next anniversary? I think it's your next anniversary, whatever the hell that is. Then you get that weird... This might be a Cerberus fight, we'll see. Then you get that weird Arturia buff that's mostly good, but occasionally bad. That actually would kind of behoove me to scan through the story here, so I have an idea what the fuck we're fighting. Oh yeah, these villagers, like a lot of them, they could have just drawn eyes on them and they don't, but so it looks super weird. Like, would that have taken that much effort? Oh, are we about to fight, it's like Shadow Asterios or some crap? Or something like that. Yeah, I remember some Labyrinth stuff where you can use Orion or Achilles. I'll go with Achilles because he's green. And no joke, Achilles really is. Let's see if he can solo it. Story support Achilles, that's level 80. I'm pretty sure he's level 80 to represent the fact that he got smacked. But that's pretty annoying. That's just actually pretty weak because he doesn't have foe items. He doesn't have attack stat on his CE, and he's only level 80. So he's missing out on a hell of a lot of stats that you would generally have on Achilles. Emiya's buff should be with the anniversary as well. That should be Ku, Emiya, Arturia, Herc. Who else was it? I forgot. Well, he dead. It's not Medea and Medusa, yeah. Did you guys, you know, kill the taunt? She's an assassin, so she should die no problem. What if Achilles double crits though? Oh no. Okay, thankfully that didn't kill. About messed it up there. Probably could have cast that last turn, but no big deal. You know, for how old this stage is, it looks okay. Like, the CG is not great, but... And like the skeletons in the back, they kind of stand out because like their quality is a lot lower. But the aesthetic is cool. Maybe he doesn't do 55k because he's level 80 and all that. I don't have a lot of faith in that. See ya, Mac. Oh yeah, they're dead. Would have been pretty swell if I could have done quick after though. Oh god. Thankfully, I still have my invulnerability. If I had known it was one of these things, I would have brought in... You know what? I'm gonna attack up, see if I kill it right now. But I would have brought Atlas. We should be good. Come on, land the 80. Man, if this was a proper Achilles with a real craft essence and foe items and all that, he would have killed there, absolutely. Like, between 1k foe, CE having stats on it, and then being level 90 instead of 80, that's absolutely 22k over a Brave Chain like that. Yeah, I really like Achilles' gameplay. The taunt can be really interesting in team play and such. And then his big single target damage through crits is kind of cool, even though his NP's AoE. No damage run, yeah. Alright boys, I think I should wrap up. I'm pretty pooped. I got a video I want to edit, but I might be a lazy twat and edit it tomorrow, because I'm that guy. We'll see though. Sometimes I get a second wind at night and decide to edit something. I'll take that SQ though. Alright boys, thank you all so much for hanging out. We'll get back to this tomorrow. Let's see if there's somebody to raid. What do we got here? We got Sharquado, Fino. I think we raided Fino the other day, so we'll go with Sharquado. Alright lads, I am out of here. Took me a second to remember how to type, but I got it.